So come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down on the Guardian grid today. And I went over to Delicato, the little wine store in the building right next to mine here, and I got another Austrian blue goat, if you will. I found this one. It's from the Kiffa family winery, and it's a little bit different than the previous one we had. This one's a little bit heavier on the cassis and the dark stone fruits. But I noticed it's got a tinge of vanilla/tobacco to it, and maybe a little bit of chocolate, or perhaps it's coffee. I'm not spending enough time on it to really discern, but I'm telling you, this is just a fabulous red wine. It's just great, and I think if it had a slight chill to it, even better. And again, about a 55 to 60 tannin to acid ratio. I'd say we're at 12.5 to 13% alcohol with it. And it's got a nice clean finish. You're not seeing anything through it, really. Maybe up towards the end where you've got your halo. Interestingly enough, the halo on the previous Zweigelt was a purplish blue, and this one is just as white as it can be, which is very interesting. But yeah, nice tendrils, good viscosity. This is a nice wine. It's going to be a refresher. Since I opened it and put the bottle, the open bottle back in the fridge, into the fridge, when I get finished with these grids and I have my evening shower, I'm going to have a very, very refreshing red waiting on me at that point. So let's hop into our grid here. We are looking at the quick crossword number 17-41. So without any further ado, so saith the MC, we're going to very carefully move our mouse into here and then back away as if we were never there to begin with. So, hangover cure, fleas warm home, 4, 2, 3, and 3. And while I've never had a hangover, why did I just type in flea? Well, I've never had a hangover. I just don't get them. Hair of the dog. I do enjoy going drinking with my friends who do get them, because that means 10 o'clock in the morning, we ain't doing crap but getting on a train and going and drinking all day. That means it's just going to be a fun day where I have no responsibility. But if I ever come home to do the grid after that, that'll be one to save for your favorites file. French Inn. Okay, how about an auberge? And Burma, an anagram of Burma. I mean, I don't want to just sit here and stare at that for the next 30 seconds to figure that out. Real, another anagram, okay. Real, the only thing I can think of with that R where it's at would be maybe an Earl. Okay. So, Burma, I don't know why I'm feeling so... this looks like it could be an umbra, which, unless you're a physicist or an artist who dabbles around in physical theory, right? You know, I mean, I do like, especially the quantum. But who's going to know what an umbra is, really? I mean, the darkest part of a shadow, unless there's another definition I'm not aware of. But okay, let's go with it. Bring up, I'm thinking maybe to rear, as in bring up as in raise a child. Very great fame. I don't know, 12 letters. Willowy. Sharply detached music at 8. I think of it more of a rhythm or a percussion thing, but sharply detached by definition is staccato. I always say it, but it is really, I think crossword's a lot easier if you're musically inclined. Willowy. I don't know yet. One side of a triangle. Well, home of Sherry. I guess they're talking about had a Spain. Smelly fruits. Oh, yeah, that's that. What is it? It's a durian. Durians. Fruits. Okay. I was about to say, wait a minute. What am I doing wrong here? All right. Yeah, I heard, I was reading on these things, God, many moons ago, that if you go to an Asian market, like a, bodega somewhere, and you buy one of these fruits, you can't get on like a public transportation after that. Apparently they really do stink. I've never bought one, but I've seen jackfruit. I think we got them at the commissary right now. We've got them at the grocery stores here in Germany left and right, or they're canned, right? But I don't know. I've just never really felt the need to. I guess very great fame could be super, and I think this is stardom. See that D down at the end? That's the thing that gets me thinking more often than not. And I guess one side of a triangle could be the adjacent side, which makes perfect sense, and I don't know why that didn't just come to me. So, okay, willowy could be svelte. Okay, I think I spelled all that correct. Cultural branch of the UN, and that is UNESCO. We all see the World Heritage Sites everywhere we go, don't we? Begin to awaken could be to stir. And city in southeast France. I mean, can we give it a little bit more? I mean, it's definitely not going to fit Marseille. Appropriately positioned would be in situ. Short, close-fitting coat. I guess you're looking for a tunic here. I don't know that I've ever really considered them close-fitting, but sure. So this looks like it's going to be probably more and more Avignon. Avignon. And this looks definitely like a vocal range to be mezzo, soprano. I'm feeling good about this one too. Come on, guys. I'll tell you what, I have a shot at 2 W's in a row again. Of a scheme promising easy earnings. 3, 4, and 5. So obviously just kind of like hair of the dog. We're talking about getting rich quick here. Did I get all that spelled right? Okay. Melting together of different cuisines could definitely be fusion. Drum up, I guess that could be to solicit. Punishment for sinners. 8 letters, maybe hellfire? Is that something that even exists in England? I figured that was like an American preacherism. I mean, hellfire and brimstone. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm not thinking of it. There's people of all kinds all over the place, right? So they'd have to just be in the States. So thrown sweets could be confetti. Well, okay, so far I'm loving this grid. Clearly, right? Why wouldn't I be? Old gold or silver coin could be a ducat. I majored, my undergraduate major, as you would put it in England, I read Shakespeare during undergraduate, during uni, college. And so I read Shakespeare and humanities and dead languages, world religions, dead languages, that kind of thing. But when I was reading Shakespeare, majoring in Shakespeare, I had this one girl who was in every single class with me. She was a theater major. I was the English major. And anytime we had a play, we'd be reading plays all semester long it was 12 Shakespeare classes. I mean, it was 12 semesters we were going at this thing for ever and a day. It should have only been 8, but I took all the different electives during the summers. I mean, I love Shakespeare, but she would always call them ducats. And there's a lot of plays with ducats in them. I'm not talking about just the Merchant of Venice. It's just ducats. It's a ducat. Just say it correctly. So a bather and an anagram. It looks like it's going to be a breath. So, okay, I'm getting a little nervous, but I feel like at this point, even if I'm wrong, I mean, I made a good effort, right? You know, I mean, it was... Let's see what we got. I don't see anything. I don't see any corrections. Again, if it's just me wanting so badly to confirm the bias that I have for my W, my second in a row this week, then please leave me a note in the comments to let me know where I missed something. Otherwise, I'm pretty just flat out elated about this. I am beaming from ear to ear. This is fabulous. I am lit up. This is good. Because these are so hard to come by for me, right? So I'm really happy about this. So fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Okay, I'm gonna send this away and bring down our Bannière d'Adieu. Kind of an out with the old and with the new thing. I want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing. And like I was talking earlier on the other way, it's like we're like four subscribers away from being at 500, which would be such a landmark. So if you haven't done it, you're thinking about it, or you just hadn't gotten around to it, please. And then stick around. Or quit watching it, but you can still stay subscribed in case you want to be around it for some reason at some point. If you just begin to not like it, maybe you'll miss me at some point. But we're so close. So I'd appreciate any support that I can get. It really would be an amazing thing to be able to wake up in the morning and have, 500 subscribers. So, but I want to thank everybody for the constant comments and the emails and the instant messages I get on Instagram from you and from TikTok. I just want to say thank you. You all mean the world to me, and I just say, bottom of my heart. So thank you. Until we see you tomorrow for the next Guardian, the New York Times, and the Mini. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Au revoir. Que tengas un lindo días. Annyeonghaseyo. Au revoir. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends. And really take care of the person behind you in the queue. Cheers.